Hey Alberto, how's it going? Yeah, I guess the first thing is what you were talking about, the N gauge grips. It looks like there's two versions. There's the Pro and the Easy, and the Pro is thicker. So I guess that's more in your grip. So I'm curious, which one were you thinking of? And then in terms of what movements I should be using them on, um, yeah, so I mean, should I be doing it on all of my uh yeah, because not on the dumbbells, right? These are are these on my like straight arm barbell? I guess I'm wondering exactly which movements I should be using them on and then which movements I shouldn't be using them on. I think I always usually overthink things. I know it's probably it's not that big of a deal, but I'm always just like really like, okay, is it going to be like when I'm doing the Nautilus bench press, like am I doing it on that one, or am I doing it on my barbell um, curls as an example? So curious what you were thinking on for that. So my hip dominant leg press, it's moving well. I'm moving very large weights on that. Um, but I don't know if it's me being just a baby, but I've been kind of nursing those same weights for a few weeks, and that's just because it is a lot of, at least I'm experiencing a lot of force on my knee. Not that it's like painful or anything, but it is a lot of force on my knee and slightly uncomfortable. And I think I'm just gonna kind of like keep that same weight and just do it better every week. And which is already happening is that it's becoming more manageable. Just like the force and the tension on my knee for that movement. And because it is a lot of force in order to get that into position. Um, and then a question on the program. Is it a big deal if I don't take a rest between day 4 and day 1? Because day 4 is a leg day, and then day 1 is an upper body day. So I'm wondering, does that make much of a difference? I mean, obviously, I mean, at the end of the day, I am still doing 4 workout days a week. But if I'm like feeling pretty good, and I'm like, all right, I worked out on Friday and I did day 4, and I kind of want to like on a week do a weekend workout. I can do like day 1 on the weekend. But let me know if that's like that's kind of like bleeding into the recovery issues in terms of you want that day 1 to be like full energy and so on and so forth. Next thing is so typically when I've been working out, I have a bunch of Gatorade mixed with whey protein because I like having a carb source during the workout. But I'm like just very prone to having cavities, so I think I need to stop doing that. So I was thinking about just like guzzling a bunch of dextrose like prior to me like going on my workout, so I don't have to sip on something sugary over the course of like 90 minutes to 2 hours. Does that make a significant difference? Just curious what you're typically doing. Like, are you even sipping on a Gator or an energy drink during your workouts? And then for the leg extension, should I be having that seat as far back as I can get it? I guess now that I'm thinking about it, maybe all the way back is not, because it's not really the angle of the seat. It's more just like I'm pushing the seat further behind me, if you know what I'm saying. So now that I'm talking through that, I think I kind of answered my own question, which is that I don't think I should be doing that. Um, and then just something about like it's just kind of interesting. Like this doesn't happen that often, but if I'm having like a bad exercise, like if I do an exercise 1 and I'm like, oh man, I was hoping to get like 7 reps on that, and then I got 6 reps. It's definitely like me thinking about how I don't want to let that bleed through the rest of my workout, because a lot of times I feel like when I don't hit the movement that I thought I was gonna hit, like okay, I've been hitting sevens, and like wow, for the first time in 4 weeks, instead of hitting 7, I wind up hitting 6 reps, and in my head I'm thinking, I lost all of this muscle, and I'm like just in my own head, and then that thinking kind of bleeds over into the other movements, and I've kind of psyched myself out. But then like lately, I've been thinking about how it's just like, no, I need to treat every exercise as its own unique lift, and ultimately, if I can get some wins in some other lifts, then it's a net positive for the day, and just kind of treating every single lift as its own challenge.